Welcome to today's varsity softball game between the Columbus Titans and the Fort Scott Tigers. Starting lineups first for Columbus. Leading off, the center fielder number 17, Katie Simpson. Batting second, the catcher number 12, Tori Tedlock. Batting third, the first baseman number 4, Gracie Major. Batting fourth, the shortstop number 18, KT Lopp. Batting fifth, the pitcher number 14, Haley Ediger. Batting sixth, the third baseman number 24, Katie Mooney. Batting seventh, the left fielder number 9, Maddie Garcia. Batting eighth, the second baseman number 1, Briley Johnson. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Presley Tedlock. And now the starting lineup for the Fort Scott Tigers. Leading off, the shortstop number 10, Allie Brown. Batting second, the center fielder number 2, Abby Gorman. Batting third, the second baseman number 22, Rayleigh Cowan. Batting fourth, the left fielder number 1, Kendall Aiken. Batting fifth, the pitcher number 4, Camden Farrell. Batting sixth, the catcher number 24, Aubrey Yarick. Batting seventh, the designated hitter number 21, Briley Heimer. Batting eighth, the first baseman number 6, Kinsley Brown. Batting ninth, the right fielder number 12, Allison Wheeler. And the flex player playing third base, number 25, J.C. Rogers. This time we ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. I'm Tony Abate back here at Fisher Park as we are set to bring you Fort Scott Lady Tigers softball here this afternoon as they take on the Columbus Lady Titans. Columbus, a former SEK matchup, not an SEK League matchup anymore. Columbus has been in the CNC for the last several years, but the Lady Titans come in at 9-1 overall. Fort Scott comes in at 4-1 overall, and looking for a good outing today. We'll get you the starting lineups in just a moment. If you missed those just a few moments ago, as Athletic Director Jeff Delatorre read those just a few moments ago here. But we'll go over those once again as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers try to get back in the win column here. after losing to Pittsburgh the last time we were here last week. Columbus, of course, the visiting team, they'll hit first. They'll go with leading off is center fielder Katie Simpson. The catcher, Tori Tedlock, bats second. Hitting third is Gracie Major. She'll be at first base today. Shortstop KT Laup is cleaning things up. The pitcher, Haley Ediger, hits fifth. Hitting sixth is Katie Mooney. She's at third base. Maddie Garcia is in left field. She'll hit seventh. Hitting eighth is Briley Johnson. She's at second base today. And right fielder Presley Tedlock will be hitting in the ninth spot. So again, for Columbus, they've got Katie Simpson in center, Tori Tedlock behind the plate, Gracie Majors at first, KT Lop at short, Haley Ediger in the circle, Katie Mooney is at third, Maddie Garcia in left, Briley Johnson at second, and Presley Tedlock in right. For the Lady Tigers today, they'll go with shortstop Allie Brown leading things off. Center fielder Abby Gorman hits second. Batting third is Rayleigh Cowan. She's at second base today. Left fielder Kendall Aiken is in the cleanup spot. Camden Farrell is back in the circle. She will hit fifth. Hitting sixth is Aubrey Yarrick. She's behind the plate. And then Briley Heimer is the DH. We'll get the rest of the Tiger lineup in just a moment as we are ready to start action here today. First pitch is taken high by Katie Simpson. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Columbus coming in at 9-1 overall. Lady Tigers 4-1. Haven't played quite as many games yet as Columbus has. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now. The count on Katie Simpson, the center fielder today for Columbus. 1-1 pitch on the way. Tried to bunt, but bunts foul. And the count goes to 1-2. Camden Farrell had a good start against Pittsburgh last week, but ran into some trouble in the middle innings. Didn't get a lot of help defensively last week, but that looks to be an anomaly. SportsCat team pretty good defensively. Here's a pitch that's fouled off right side, not a play. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a little bit high, so that'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first, just underway. Thanks for joining us on Duckbait TV. Two pitch on the way. This one's grounded foul. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the 2-2 pitch. A little bit low, so that'll fill the count. A lot of pitches here on the first batter. See if it pays off for Camden or not. Here is the payoff pitch. Ground fair right past the first baseman. It's going to get down into the corner. Rounding first, heading for second is Simpson. She's going to get to third base. So a leadoff triple. After all those pitches, a leadoff triple for Katie Simpson. And Columbus had something cooking early.
The catcher, number 12, Tori Tedlock.
So now with a runner on third and nobody out, Tori Tedlock steps in. First pitch in the strike zone, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's fouled off at the plate. So the count goes to 0-2 now on Tori Tedlock. Here's the pitch. This is grounded out towards second. That should get a run home. Flip over to first in time for the first out of the inning, but Simpson does score. So then I'll make it 1-0 in favor of Columbus.
the first baseman, number 4, Gracie Major.
First pitch to Gracie Major is in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch, swung through and missed. Looked like a breaking ball. And she couldn't stay back on. 0-2 the count now on Gracie Major. Hitting with 1 in and 1 out. Base is empty. Here's the pitch. That one's a called third strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch there for Camden Farrell. And there are now 2 outs in the inning.
The shortstop, number 18, KT Lopp.
So KT Lopp steps in. She's the shortstop for Columbus. Takes a first pitch strike. 0-1. The fielders for the Lady Tigers today. Allie Wheeler is in right. Abby Gorman in center. Kendall Aiken is in left. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's a little bit low. Around the infield, first to third. Kinsley Brown at first. Rayleigh Cowan at second. Allie Brown is at short. And then J.C. Rogers is at third. The Lady Tigers using a flex player today, so J.C. will play third. And hitting for her will be Briley Heimer. I'll tell you about that in the lineup coming up in the next half inning. Here's a ball poked out towards right field. That's going to go deep and against the wall. Right over the head of Allie Wheeler. Cruising into second base with a stand-up double is KT Lopp. And now 2 outs, but a runner on second base. And that'll bring Haley Edinger to the plate.
The pitcher, number 14, Haley Edinger.
Of course, behind the plate, Aubrey Yarick, and in the circle for the Lady Tigers is Camden Farrell. Here's the first pitch, and that is in there for a strike, 0-1. So a leadoff triple by Katie Simpson, followed by a ground out and a strikeout. The ground out resulted in an RBI, of course. That pitch is fouled off, 0-2. But then a 2-out double by KT Lopp has her at second base in scoring position for Columbus. Here's the 0-2, and nice breaking pitch, as looked like a rise ball there that Edinger couldn't catch up to. And another strikeout for Camden Farrell. So 1 run crosses the plate. Couple of hits happen there for Columbus. But that's all they get in the top of the first. Led to the bottom of the first in just a few moments. It is Columbus 1, Fort Scott coming up. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger Softball on Duckbait TV. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. The Fort Scott Lady Tigers will lead things off with Allie Brown. She's the shortstop. Hitting second, Abby Gorman. She's in center field today. Rayleigh Cowan is batting third and playing second. Kendall Aiken is hitting in the cleanup spot. She'll be in left field today. Pitcher Camden Farrell hits 5th. Hitting 6th is catcher Aubrey Yarrick. The DH today, Briley Heimer, she bats 7th. Hitting 8th is Kinsley Brown. She's at first base. And Allie Wheeler is in right field. She bats 9th. And, of course, the flex player playing third base today is J.C. Rogers. First pitch to Allie Brown is off the outside corner. So 1 ball and no strikes to Brown here in the early going. 1-0 pitch, a little bit high, but swung on and missed. Allie trying to beat that into the ground and get a quick base hit. This one's fouled off left side, out of play. And the count goes to 1-2. Previous couple of pitches, Columbus kind of tightened the corners on Allie a little bit. We'll see what they do here with 2 strikes. Here's the windup, and the 1-2 pitch is taken high to even the count. Don't see too many left-handed catchers in the game today, but Tori Tedlock is that behind the plate for Columbus. I guess you see that more in softball than you do in baseball. See it hardly ever in baseball. Here's a ground ball to the right side, picked by the second baseman over to first in time. And that will retire Allie Brown to lead off the bottom of the first inning.
The center fielder, number 2, Abby Gorman.
So that brings Abby Gorman to the plate. With 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch is in there for a strike. Defensively for Columbus, around the outfield left to right, Maddie Garcia is in left. Katie Simpson in center. Presley Tedlock is in right. It's 1-1 now the count on Gorman. Gracie Major is at first. Briley Johnson at second. KT Lopp is at short. Katie Mooney is at third as Abby Gorman swings through the 1-1 pitch. Drops in the count to 1-2. Of course, Tori Tedlock, the lefty, behind the home plate. And Haley Ediger in the circle. Here's the 1-2 pitch, taken a little bit high. Now an even count to Abby Gorman. Here's the pitch. That one's high as well. Fort Scott, the Red Tops. Today, I think that's pretty much their main uniform or only uniform. I think they wear it at home and on the road. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike 3. So quickly, 2 outs here in
the second baseman, number 22, Rayleigh Cowan.
The bottom of the first, and Rayleigh Cowan will step in. The base is empty, and 2 outs. Fort Scott again in red tops with the black sleeves, black pants, and red socks. Columbus in the gray tops with the red pants and black socks. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one taken on the inside corner. 1-1. Pitch on the way. Oh, and Cowan bunts it out in front of the plate, but it's going to go foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Good idea there for Rayleigh. Trying to steal a base hit there, but unfortunately just didn't get it the right angle or the right spin rate, however you decide that. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled out of play. She'll stay alive. Ooh. Gentleman leaned forward, and it ended up in his lawn chair. Didn't hit him, but it got the chair. Nice bucket catch. Pitch on the way. This one's fouled out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fort Scott trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Columbus got a leadoff triple from Katie Simpson. She then scored on a ground out by Tori Tedlock. That's all the action we've had so far as the scoring goes. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 2 outs, and the base is empty for Rayleigh Cowan. pitch. A high strike, but a strike nonetheless. Tough one there. Looked like Riley thought that ball was going to keep going up, and it didn't. It kind of flattened out there at the top of the zone, and it is a strikeout looking. So the Tigers go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. We'll take a short break and come back with the second. This is Fort Scott Lady Tigers softball on Duckbait TV. So the Lady Titans will start
second for Columbus, the third baseman, number 24, Katie Mooney.
the second with Katie Mooney. As it goes 6-7-8 to lead off the bottom of this, or the top of the second inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. That one catches the zone. Mooney didn't like it, but it is a strike. 0-2. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. This one's fouled off right side. Out of play. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Swung through and missed. So another strikeout. That's the third strikeout for Camden Farrell here this afternoon so far.
Left fielder number 9, Maddie Garcia.
First pitch to Maddie Garcia. It's in there for a strike. Garcia, the left fielder today. He's a senior for the Lady Titans. Grounded to first. And they'll get the play 3-4. As Kinsley fielded it, Rayleigh covered first. And that's out number 2.
The second baseman, number 1, Riley Johnson.
So now with 2 outs and nobody on, Briley Johnson steps up. She's the second baseman today for the Lady Titans. Grounder, third base, just foul. Briley Johnson, a junior for Coach Walter Riza and the Lady Titans. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the second. Columbus leading Fort Scott 1-0. Tigers trying to get out of this inning unscathed. There's a ball lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And kind of skips to the left of Abby, but she's able to reach back and get it to hold Briley Johnson to a single.
The right fielder, number 3, Presley Tedlock.
And now the number 9 batter, Presley Tedlock, right fielder. Hits for Columbus. Another right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Grounded right back up the middle. picked by the shortstop Brown. She'll go to second for the easy out number 3 and the force play, and that'll retire the inning here on a fielder's choice. So nothing crosses the plate. They do get one hit, Columbus does, but no runs, and they leave a runner on first. At the end of 1.5, it is 1-0 Columbus. We'll take a short break and come back in just a moment with more softball from Fisher Park. This is the Fort Scott Lady Tiger softball on Duck Bait TV. So leading off the bottom of the bottom of the second for the Lady Tigers will be Kendall Aiken. Then Camden Farrell and Aubrey Yarick due up here in the second for the Lady Tigers. First pitch is in there for a strike to Kendall Aiken. Like an off-speed pitch that time, but swung through and missed. 0-2 the count on Kendall Aiken. And a swing and a miss. And another strikeout. That's the third strikeout in 4 batters now for Haley Ediger. And Camden Farrell will step up now for the Lady Tigers.
Number 4, Camden Farrell.
Camden shortened a bunt, but missed it, 0-1. Open stance for the right-handed batter, takes the ball high. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Pitcher against pitcher in this at bat. And strike 2. One-two pitch on the way, swung through and missed. And another strikeout. Two outs now. And Aubrey Yarick will step in. First pitch to Aubrey. Catches the zone, 0-1. Ball popped up. It's going to be foul territory. Will it get out of play? It will hit the roof of the Lady Tiger dugout. So the count goes to 0-2. And a swing and a miss. So another strikeout. That is 5 strikeouts and 6 at batters for the Columbus pitcher, Haley Ediger. And that will finish off the second inning. So we'll go to the third in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger softball as they trail the Columbus Lady Titans 1-0, heading to the third. You're watching Duckbait TV.
Columbus, the center fielder, number 17, Katie Simpson.
So Katie Simpson leads off the third inning. First pitch is bunted foul by Simpson. She led off the first inning with a triple and then scored on Tori Tedlock's ground out for the only run of the game so far. Fly ball out towards center field. Coming over and making the play is Abby Gorman for out number 1.
The catcher, number 12, Tori Tedlock.
So now Tori Tedlock bats with 1 out and the base is empty. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. 0-1. Line drive to second, but a nice catch there by Rayleigh Cowan. She just waited on it. And able to make the play, and now quickly 2 outs here in the third inning.
The first baseman, number 4, Gracie Major.
So Gracie Major will step in now. She struck out looking her first time. First of 3 strikeouts for Camden Farrell in this game so far, and that's popped out to third base. J.C. Rogers catches that in foul territory. And a fairly quick top of the third. The 1-2-3 third inning will take us to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 in favor of Columbus.
Leading off for Fort Scott, the designated hitter, number 21, Briley Heimer.
Briley Heimer will lead off the bottom of the third for Fort Scott. Still looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. First pitch is swung through and missed. And now this one's fouled off at the plate, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch on the way, swung through and missed. Another strikeout. Fort Scott just a little bit late on those pitches so far today from Haley Ediger.
The first baseman, number 6, Kinsley Brown.
6 strikeouts for Ediger, 6 in a row now. First batter, Allie Brown, grounded out. Everybody else has struck out since then. Swung through and missed there. And another swing and a miss. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Kinsley Brown, the first baseman today for the Lady Tigers. Pitch on the way. Nice eyes. It's off the outside corner, 2-2. And another swing and a miss. And another strikeout. Pretty impressive game so far from Haley Ediger. And now Allie Wheeler will step in for her first at bat today. Wheeler, the right fielder for the Lady Tigers. See if she can break up this strikeout run. Got handcuffed on a pitch there. Swung and missed. On the way, and another foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes. On Allie Wheeler. Chokes up quite impressively on that bat. Here's the pitch. Grounded right back up the middle. Picked by the shortstop over to first, and just in time. Nice job for Allie Wheeler to get some get her bat on the ball there. But a great play by KT Lott, the shortstop. And Fort Scott still no base runners through 3 innings. We'll head to the 4th in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Lady Tigers softball on Duck Bay TV.
Leading off for Columbus, the shortstop, number 18, KT Lott.
So, as we back to play here at Fisher Park, Don Hewitt Field. Tony Abatey with you here on Duck Bay TV. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Fort Scott Lady Tigers in a pitcher's duel with the Columbus Lady Titans here as we go to the 4th inning. KT Lott leading things off for Columbus. And now 2-0 the count on Lott. She doubled her first time, doubled to left field. And now pitches low and away. That one's in there for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike now. And now a walk.
The pitcher, number 14, Haley Ediger.
First base runner for either team since the top of the first inning. Actually, there were a couple runners on for Columbus in the second as well. First pitch here to Haley Ediger is high. She's the pitcher today for Columbus. It's roped out towards center field, going back on it, back, and misses it. Is Abby Gorman. She looked like maybe got crossed up with the way the wind is kind of gusting out there, mixed with the sun. So everybody's safe. Edgar ends up staying at first, moving from first to third. And now a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Edgar. Looks like it'll be number 5, Tatum Kirk, freshman.
The third baseman, number 24, Katie Mooney.
So now runners on the corners with nobody out. First pitch is in there for a strike. Running down to second is Kirk. So stolen base there. Now two runners in scoring position. Pitch to Mooney is high. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Katie Mooney, the third baseman. She struck out swinging her first time. 0 for 1. That led off the second. This pitch is a little bit low for Camden. Grounder through the hole on the left side. 1 run will score for Columbus. They'll hold the second runner at third. Moving up to second on the throw is Katie Mooney. So now runners will be second and third again with nobody out.
Left fielder, number 9, Maddie Garcia.
And now Maddie Garcia steps up. This one slapped to the right side. That'll get another run home. Ground out, though, is a nice play by the second baseman, Rayleigh Cowan, will retire Maddie Garcia 4-3.
Second baseman, number 1, Briley Johnson.
Now Briley Johnson steps in. Shortened a bunt, but missed. Ground ball, but foul. 0-2 the count. Briley Johnson, 1 for 1 so far today. She singled to center field her first time. That was with 2 outs in the second. Wine in the pitch, swung through and missed, and another strikeout for Camden Farrell. That's 2 outs now for Presley Tedlock. Hard hit, but right to second base. Rayleigh's got it over to first, and that's in plenty of time to get Tedlock to retire Columbus here in the 4th. But they get 2 more runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. At the end of 3.5, it is 3-0 in favor of Columbus. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger Softball on Duckbait TV.
Fort Scott, the shortstop, number 10, Allie Brown.
So Allie Brown leads things off here in the fourth for the Lady Tigers. First pitch to Allie is a little bit high. One ball and no strikes. Swung through and missed on that one, so 1-1. Allie just one of two Lady Tigers for the first time in the order to not strike out. She grounded out to second her first time. Takes a pitch high there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, another one high. Can the Lady Tigers get their first base runner via a walk here? And they do. So the perfecto is done. Still no hitter working here in the fourth for Haley Ediger.
The center fielder, number 2, Abby Gorman.
We'll see what Abby can do here. That one's in there for a strike. Bottom of the fourth inning. Fort Scott trails 3-0. Still looking for their first hit. Just got their first base runner with a walk for Allie Brown. Pitch is high. Allie out there dancing off first a little bit. That's another thing. Once you start getting base runners, you can start getting in the head of the opposing pitcher just a little bit. Pitch is in there for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. It actually scooted away from the shortstop a little bit, so a stolen base for Brown. So now the Lady Tigers have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the fourth. Sometimes that's all it takes. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Tried to bunt and missed it. So strikeout. Now Rayleigh Cowan steps up with 1 out and 1 on here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch is a little low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Second baseman, number 22, Rayleigh Cowan.
That one's in there for a strike. So 1-1 with 1 out and 1 on. Here's one's popped up. Back just behind us. And out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Rayleigh Cowan. Just off the outside corner. Evens the count again, 2-2. Rayleigh stands close to the plate in that right-handed batter's box. Swing and fouls this one off right side. Out of play again. This one's hit towards short. Bobbled. Can they make the play? No, they can't. So everybody's safe. Rayleigh reaches first. And now Fort Scott's got something cooking here.
Left fielder, number 1, Kendall Aiken.
With runners on first and second. And only one out. Kendall Aikens steps in. She's 0 for 1, got a strikeout her first time. Pitch just did miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kendall led off the second, and that was the inning in which Haley Ediger struck out the side. This one's popped up on the infield, coming in, making the play as the pitcher, Ediger. So now 2 outs. And Camden Farrell, the Tigers pitcher, coming up.
The pitcher, number 4, Camden Farrell.
First pitch to Camden is taken high. Camden struck out her first time as well. Right-handed batter with an open stance. Don't see that all that often in softball. It's more of a baseball-type batter stance. Back foot really close to the plate. Front foot. Now here's a snap throw to first. And not in time. Pretty close play down there at first. But Rayleigh back safely. Now a swing and a miss from Camden. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the Tiger pitcher. Here's the 1-2. That one's high. Two-two pitch on the way, right down the middle. And another strikeout for Haley Ediger. So the Lady Tigers get a couple of base runners, but can't push one across. They trail it still 3-0 to Columbus. We'll head to the 5th in just a moment. This is Fort Scott Lady Tigers softball on Duck Bait TV. So Fort Scott
Columbus, the center fielder, number 17, Katie Simpson.
We'll see the top of the Columbus order again here in the top of the 5th. This is the 3rd inning now that Katie Simpson has led off. She led off the first with a triple, later scored, led off the 3rd with a flyout, and the only 1-2-3 inning for Camden Farrell and the Lady Tigers so far today. First pitch here is a ball. Now bunted right out in front of the plate. Camden's got it. Throw to first, not in time.
The catcher, number 12, Tori Tedlock.
Tori Tedlock hits with a runner on first. And nobody out going. Here's a throw down to second. And not in time. going to third. Throw a little bit low. And so another stolen base for Simpson. Now runner on third with nobody out. Here's the ball fouled back to the screen, just like they had in the first. Simpson tripled in the first, and then scored on Tedlock's ground out. After a bunt single and 2 stolen bases, same situation. Simpson on third with no outs and Tedlock at the plate. Now it's a strikeout.
The first baseman, number 4, Gracie Major.
So after the strikeout at Tedlock, Gracie Major steps in. She is 0 for 2. First pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Major struck out looking her first time back in the first inning. And in the third, she ended the third with a foul out to third base. Pitch on the way. This one's hammered high and foul down the left field line. It's going to go out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Most of the Titans just have plain black socks. Major actually has black socks, black stirrups. This one's bunted foul. Black stirrups with red sanitary socks. Kind of a neat look. And I noticed some of the Titans. Here's the pitch. That's high, so that'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some of the Titans have that Minnesota Twins TC on their hats. Notice that's something their baseball team uses on all their hats. Not everything in that category is uniform on the softball field. Here's the ball line in left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That'll score the runner from third. Rounding first, but staying there is Major. Another RBI and another run scored. It's now 4-0 in favor of Columbus.
The shortstop, number 18, KT Locke.
So KT Locke steps in. Her third at bat here today. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Lopp is yet to be retired here today. She was doubled to right field her first time up, and then walked and scored in the fourth. She also has the black stirrups with the red sanitary socks. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Low to even the count again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball. Took a bad hop there right at the end to Allie Brown, but she's able to make the play. And that's out number 2. Got the force at second. So KT Lott reaches on a fielder's choice. Ground ball up the middle, going to get through for a base hit. Up to second is Lopp on the hit. So now first and second with 2 outs. Looks like Tatum
Third
Kurt
baseman number 24, Katie Mooney.
is coming in to run again for Haley Ediger. Katie Mooney now up with 2 outs and 2 on. Pitch hit out towards center field. Coming in is Gorman, and Abby going to make the play there. Looked like the wind was going to give her some havoc again, but she was able to make the catch, and that'll retire Columbus here in the 4th. Another run scores. They lead it now 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger Softball on Duckbait TV.
Leading off for Fort Scott, the catcher number 24, Aubrey Yarick.
So Aubrey Yarick will lead off the bottom of the 5th here for the Lady Tigers. First pitch to Aubrey is swung through and missed. 0-1. Aubrey struck out her first time, only time so far to the plate. As again, Haley Ediger has been very good inside the circle today for the Columbus Lady Titans. That's going to get a hit on the board, though. A clean hit to left field, rounding second, heading for third. She may try to go for third, and nope, she's going to stay at second, but a double there for Aubrey Yarick. And now let's see if Fort Scott can get something going here. With a runner on second and nobody out. Now Briley Heimer steps in. First pitch to her is swung through and missed. Briley also struck out her first time. Gorman, Cowan, Aiken, Farrell, Yarick, Heimer, and Kinsley Brown all struck out in a row. 7 in a row. 7 in a row between the first and third innings for Haley Ediger. It's in there for a strike. And it'll be a called third strike. So now Kinsley Brown steps in.
The first baseman, number 6, Kinsley Brown.
Swung on and missed. The pitch that's grounded or bunted foul. Pitch on the way, swung through and missed. And another strikeout. For the Columbus pitcher.
12, Allie Wheeler.
Now Allie Wheeler steps in. Wheeler grounded out. She broke that string of 7 straight strikeouts with a ground out to end the third. First pitch to her here is on the outside corner, 0-1. Lady Tigers got a leadoff double by Aubrey Yarick, but she's been stranded out there with back-to-back strikeouts. This one's Hit out towards left field, but foul. This one's lined right to third base. And Katie Mooney is able to make the catch. So after the leadoff double, nothing going for Fort Scott. They get a hit and leave a runner, but it's still 4-0 in favor of Columbus as we go to the 6th in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger Softball on Duckbait TV.
Leading off for Columbus, the left fielder number 9, Maddie Garcia.
So the first pitch of the top of the 6th is an illegal pitch, I guess, or at least a ball. It slipped out of Camden's hand going backwards. Ended up rolling past second base. Now 2-0. As that one's delivered a little bit high to Maddie Garcia. Comes back to get a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. My assumption there is that when Camden went through her windup, that she kind of hit her leg and knocked the ball out of her hand. The momentum took it back towards second base. Two balls and 2 strikes now on Maddie Garcia. Swung and a miss. Looked like the pitch was a little bit high maybe, but couldn't resist. And another strikeout for Camden Farrell to lead off the 6th.
The second baseman number 1, Briley Johnson.
First pitch to Johnson is high. Briley Johnson so far singled back in the 2nd. And then struck out in the 4th. 1-0 pitch, that's swung through and missed. So that'll even the count. Another swing and a miss. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the number 8 batter in the Lady Titan order. Pitch on the way. Swung through and missed. Another strikeout for Camden Farrell. Two outs, bases empty. And now Presley Tedlock will step in. Tedlock is 0 for 2 officially. She reached on a fielder's choice at the end of the 2nd inning and then grounded out to second. Her 2nd time. 1 ball and no strikes. The first pitch missed. Camden ready to go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be hit into the gap. That's going to be down for a hit. Rounding first, staying at first, is going to be Presley Tedlock. A single into left center. And now a runner on first with nobody out. Back to the top of the order for Columbus here in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 17, Katie Simpson.
Katie Simpson comes back up. First pitch is in there for a strike. She's tripled, singled, scored 2 runs, has a couple of stolen bases, and she also flew out to center field. Here's the pitch. A little bit low, gets away from Yarrick, the catcher. And on down to second on the wild pitch is Presley Tedlock. Wine, and the 2-0 pitch from Farrell is hit left side, or right side rather. It's going to get through for a base hit. Rounding third, here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off, and Tedlock scores from second on the single by Katie Simpson.
The catcher, number 12, Tori Tedlock.
Tori Tedlock steps in now for Columbus. Runner going, hit out to center field. Camden, Abby, I don't think saw it off the bat right away. Took a couple extra steps to her side, then had to chase it back. It got over her head up against the wall. It'll be a double. Scoring from first is Simpson.
The first baseman, number 4, Gracie Major.
And now here's one roped out to left field. Nice catch, though, by Kendall Aiken. She had to go back on it, but does make the catch. And that will retire Columbus here in the 6th inning. But they do get another run. A couple more runs, actually. Lead it now 6-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Lady Tigers softball on Duckbait TV.
Now pitching for Columbus, number 4, Gracie Major. Leading off for Fort Scott, the shortstop, number 10, Allie Brown.
So Allie Brown leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Lady Tigers. Couple of substitutions there for the Titans. 2 balls and no strikes now on Fort Scott shortstop. That one catches the outside zone. New pitcher is Gracie Major. She has replaced Haley Ediger in the circle. Ground ball. It's going to get through to the shortstop, but not enough to get a base hit. So a tough ground out there for Allie Brown. And now Abby Gorman steps in. Abby has struck out both times so far today. Hoping to change that up a little bit here at the plate. The Lady Tigers trail 6-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Gracie Major is now in the circle. She started the game at first base. And over at first is Natalie Weary. Two balls and one strike. This one's fouled off just to the left of us here. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. Fort Scott Lady Tigers trailing the 9-1 Lady Titans of Columbus. 6-0. Here's the pitch. A little bit low and outside. Columbus, formerly an SEK school, now a CNC school. Going to be a formidable matchup in that tough CNC with the likes of Girard and Frontenac also in that league that are very good. Colgan is very good usually. Here's a walk to Gorman.
Second baseman number 22, Rayleigh Cowan.
Now Rayleigh Cowan will get to hit with a runner on first. One ball and one strike. Ground ball right side. Going to be taken by the second baseman. They'll go to the force at second and get the out there. So that's out number 2.
The left fielder number 1, Kendall.
So now Kendall Aiken steps in. High fly ball out towards center field, coming in. The wind's playing tricks with it, but it's nice. The catch is made there by Katie Simpson. The wind and the sun both playing a little bit of havoc there, but Simpson able to make the catch, and that will retire the Lady Tigers in the 6th. Okay. So as we start the top of the 7th inning, the Columbus Titans lead it 6-0 over the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Here's the first pitch to KT Lopp, and it's taken high. 1 ball and no strikes. KT so far today has doubled, also reached on a walk and a fielder's choice. Fouls this pitch off at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning, Lady Tigers will have Camden Farrell, Aubrey Yarick, and Briley Heimer due up in the bottom half, trying to get something going offensively against the Columbus Lady Titans. They have replaced their starting pitcher in the circle, Haley Ediger, who had 3 perfect innings, 4 no-hit innings, and all in all gave up 1 hit today, and that was it. A leadoff double in the 5th to Aubrey Yarick. Three balls and 1 strike. Now to Lopp. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. And now it gets past the center fielder, so going to keep running. And into third on a 2-base error is Lopp.
The first baseman, number 32, Natalie Wary.
Well, Natalie Wary will hit. She came in at first base when Gracie Major went from first to the circle in the last half inning. She'll ground it out towards short. Allie's got it. Nice throw over to first, and that's in time. And the runner has to stay at third.
The third baseman, number 24, Katie Mooney.
So Katie Mooney now steps in. Takes a first pitch strike. Mooney so far today, 1 for 3. She singled, got an RBI in the 4th. She's also struck out and flown out in this game. This one's popped up on the infield. Going back is Allie Brown at short. She will make the catch, and that's out number 2. Couldn't quite tell, but my assumption is on that ball from Lopp into center field that it hit one of the clumps of grass. We're still kind of in a position here in April in Kansas where the grass isn't all there yet out in the outfield, and I couldn't quite tell, but again, I'm assuming that ball hit a clump of grass and scooted away from Abby Gorman. This one's fouled off at the plate, so 1 ball and 1 strike now on the number 7 batter in the order, Maddie Garcia. He's in left field today for the Columbus Lady Titans. Pitch, that one's high. Camden Farrell has done a pretty good job in the circle today so far. That one's in there for a strike. And now one fouled off to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Remains the count with 2 outs and a runner on third for Columbus. And that one hit the bat. Check swing, but a foul. One's low. It bounces, but bounced about halfway back to Camden in the circle. So Runner stays at third. Those are always nerve-wracking for a catcher because you bounce, it bounces, and if you block it and it goes back towards the pitcher, like it did there, that one's fouled at the plate. A catcher's natural instinct is to look behind them. And sometimes, even though the ball gets a foot or two away from the catcher, sometimes somebody can still score from third, but it didn't happen there. And there's a called third strike. And that'll finish out the Columbus 7th. No runs, a hit, one error, and runner left on for Columbus in the 7th. We'll head to the bottom 7th in just a moment. Still 6-0 in favor of the Lady Titans over Fort Scott. This is Fort Scott Lady Tigers softball on Duckbait TV. So Camden Farrell leads off the bottom of the 7th for the Lady Tigers. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch catches the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Camden has struck out twice. And swing and a miss there on the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. So tough luck there for Camden as she grounds out 1-3.
The catcher number 24, Aubrey Yarrick.
So now Aubrey Yarrick steps in. First pitch to her is swung through and missed. Aubrey, the only hit so far for Fort Scott. She doubled back in the 5th inning. This one's hammered down the left field line, but foul. Man, it had home run distance on it, just a little bit too foul. Fort Scott trailing 6-0. And that was a changeup, and Aubrey couldn't hold back. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Lady Tigers here. They're down to their final out of the afternoon. And this is J.C. Rogers, who's
now batting number 25, J.C. Rogers.
technically in this position anyway. Riley Heimer was the DH for her. The first 2 at-bats, first pitch here to J.C. is in there for a strike. So Briley was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Now J.C. Rogers getting the opportunity here. Here's the pitch to J.C. Swung through and missed. It's 0-2. Lady Tigers down to their final strike this afternoon. Had a feeling this Columbus team, when we saw their record was 9-1, it's going to be a tough one for Fort Scott, and it has been that way as Rogers strikes out to end the game.
That's the ball game. Final score, Columbus 6, Fort Scott 0.
So tough one for the Lady Tigers here today. As they lose 6-0. So again, a tough one for the Lady Tigers as they fall here this afternoon, 6-0. Only one hit in the game for Fort Scott. That was Aubrey Arick's double in the 5th. They also got a couple of walks. Rayleigh Cowan reached on an error and a fielder's choice. So they had some base runners, but only one hit. So Columbus, 6 runs on 12 hits, 1 error, 8 runners left on base. Fort's got no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 4 runners left on base. Haley Ediger gets the win in the circle. Looked like we were going to have, she was perfect through 3, a no-hitter through 4. And then after the 5th inning, she gave up the first hit. They replaced her in the circle. But she gets the win today. Camden Farrell takes the tough luck loss. Just shy of an hour and a half here today. 1 hour and 28 minutes. And Fort Scott Lady Tigers fall to 4-2. Columbus improves to 10-1 on the season. Thanks again for joining us here this afternoon. Our next broadcast here on Duckbait TV will be on Saturday. We'll get some more softball for you as we'll be up on the hill at the JUCO. The Fort Scott Greyhounds will be hosting Cali. No, the Greyhound baseball team hosts Cali next weekend. Neosho County, I think, is this Saturday. Either way, we'll be up there for the doubleheader on Saturday for the Fort Scott Greyhounds. So check that out if you're interested in that. So Fort Scott Lady Greyhounds will host a doubleheader. They've had a really good start to their season as well, just like the Greyhound baseball team. And looking forward to getting up there as I think they play all their games at Ty Kohler now. They've turfed that field and made a really nice facility up there for the Fort Scott Greyhounds. So looking forward to that on Saturday. So that'll be our next broadcast here on Duck Bait TV. Thanks again for joining us. The Fort Scott Lady Tigers lose this one 6-0 to Columbus. For my dad on the camera today, for my dad, Willie Abady, on the camera today, I'm Tony Abady, and this has been Fort Scott Lady Tiger Softball on Duck Bait TV. Good night, Kansas.